Spencer is the latest movie I've seen. It's described as a fable based on tragic events. Really good intro sort of thing. It's an in-depth look into Princess Diana's life. It's fiction, but we basically, based on like how she is in like interviews and how she is in the public and stuff, we kind of, this movie basically gets attempts to sort of explore maybe why she act that way, or they try to give her like a really interesting arc. And there's a lot of interesting psychological stuff that happens in this movie. Sometimes she sees some characters, and the way that that character relates to her, like the parallels between those two, I thought was really well written, really well directed. Visually, this is one of the best directed movies of the year. I feel like, I mean, the acting and visuals, the way they worked together, and the tension that was being built was honestly, it was perfect. I felt like, not to mention the addition of the music to make everything much more enhanced. Johnny Greenwood's score in this movie was one of the best. It's the best since There Will Be Blood. This is a awesome soundtrack, awesome visuals, awesome drama. We get to see her. We see why she acts certain ways in front of public. Like, sometimes she does stuff that calls to attention. She does things in private that were like, okay, that's interesting. Her relationship with her kids, super heartfelt. That like is something that was just really well explored. Something that it added a lot to her. In my mind, she like actually cared about her kids. She actually cared about her family, and there's like things that she's expected to do because she's royalty, and like that pressure of that royalty, the way the movie explores that, like pressure on her. It's like, you're royalty. It's gonna be so nice and glamorous, but like, no, because there's things that you're expected to do and expected to be and expected to act. There's certain things you can't enjoy because you're this way. It's like, no, it's maybe not that great. And so this is like, they basically explore in this one the how maybe negative that those things could actually be onto someone, because she's just like a regular human, like you and me, but she has to deal with all these things. And then the way that she learns to deal with them throughout the movie, it's just like really well done. Kristen Stewart's acting, I mean, you go from Twilight to this, it's like that's a fat difference. And it's like she actually gives a great performance, I gotta say, like an actual real performance. She's a real actress in this movie, and she does a lot of things that, like, because of her personality, she's able to use that for the movie, and I think that worked really well. The way that she just is in the movie, it works great because Prince Diana is like kind of similar. A little subtlety she adds to her performance was fantastic. All the other acting was great too. Oh my gosh. My only flaw is there's like one character at the end. She says a couple things that I was like, that kind of doesn't really make no sense. That ain't make no nonsense. And I was just like, I like what you were saying about the reason why you said all that stuff and the way it affected Princess Diana, and I liked what you were doing in the other scenes. But that moment, it just didn't really. It was kind of weird. It didn't. I was enjoying the movie real good, and then that thing happened, and I was like, okay, cool. But I mean, that ending, everything else with the ending, the music, the cinematography, the directing. Oh my gosh, wow, so good, so good. If you're interested at all in like understanding why Diana was the way she is, why, if you want to explore, or if you're interested at all in learning about all that, check out this movie because I think you might enjoy it. And for that reason, I give this movie like a pretty good 9 out of 10. I'm 9 out of 10. Check this one out.